Welcome, 7th graders. We are in the last section in our chapter. This whole chapter we talk about proportional relationships, and today we'll talk about more in how it looks on a graph or in a table. Okay, so objective, which goes in your notebook and in a table of contents. I can identify proportional relationships and find constants of proportionality. Okay, it is chapter 4, section 7. Okay, so let's look. This is part of your notes. The relationships between two quantities are proportional if they form equivalent ratios. That shouldn't be anything new. We talk about equivalent ratio, and we knew if I have equivalent ratio that they are proportional to each other. So here is some relationships in a table which compares how many miles I drove during certain time. So for example, of course I didn't drive any at the beginning, so it's 0, 0. During 2 hours I drove 13 miles. During 4 hours 26 miles. During 5 hours 32.5, and during 7 hours 45.5. The question is, are those relationships proportional? Well, let's check, right? If they are equivalent ratios, then it will be. So how do I form my equivalent ratio? I'm going to compare my hours, my miles per hour, right? That's my ratio usually. So I'll do miles per hour. Okay, let me make sure you see it. That's what I'm going to compare. Well, 0 over 0 is 0, so I'm not gonna. In the second one, I have 13 miles per 2 hours. In the next one, I have 26 miles in 4 hours. Are those equivalent? Yes, because if I multiply by 2, I get 26 fourths, right? Now, this one might be a little bit harder to see, but is 32.5 over 5 equivalent to everything else? Well, our handy dandy calculator, hope I don't blind you guys here. Okay, I'm trying to find a good spot. Oh, maybe here. Okay, so let's try. We had 26 divided by 4, so that's 6.5, right? That was 6.5. Let's see if 32.5 divided by 5 is also 6.5. Yes, it is. Okay, so every of those ratios is 6.5. Therefore, they are equal to each other. So I can conclude, I really should check the last one here. So on my handy dandy calculator, 45.5 divided by 7, and I'll show you. I also got 6.5 are equivalent to each other. Therefore, I can conclude that this relationship is proportional. Okay? Alright, this one is for you. Is this relationship a proportional? The table shows that the distance Dave rode in the bike-a-thon is there a proportional relationship? Explain. So go ahead and go. Alright, welcome back. Once again, I'm going to check miles per hour. So 18.6 by 3, I have to check if they are proportional. Okay, so I'm just gonna write them down and just check each of them. So let's see. 18.6 divided by 3, I got 6.2. 35.2 times 6, well, divided, not times. 35.2 divided by 6. I didn't get a good number. I got 5.866. I'll double check and I'll do it so you can see. I'll make sure I see it. So 35.2 divided by 6. Okay, I got 5.866. So what did you notice? They are not the same. They are not the same. It's enough for me to find one. They are not the same, so I can conclude not proportional. How we are doing? Are we good? All right. How about this one? This one I'm looking what will be a speed per hour per 1 hour. So that should kind of remind you of unit rate. Okay, and that's what it is. So the graph of proportional relationship is a straight line which goes through the origin. Okay, that's actually a definition of proportional relationship in a line. So if you see a line and it's straight and it crosses 0, 0, then you can conclude this proportional relationship. Okay, if it's proportional relationship, then the points form their equivalent, right? So I can ask a question. The point 1, comma r, see that point right here, okay, on the graph represents unit rate. Okay, so what is speed per hour in this relationship? Which means I have to find r, because that will be my speed per hour, right? Because my y value is a distance, and time, distance over time, is my rate. Okay, so what would it be? Well, let's look. I have 2 to 13, 4 to 26, so what will be per 1? If I know in 2 hours I drive 13 miles, how much it will be in 1 hour? Do you remember how to do it? You're right, I just need to divide. So 13 divided by 2 is, I hope you answered correctly, 6.5. So my rate here per 1 hour is 6.5 miles per hour. How we are doing? Okay, this one is for you, and almost done at the end with this video. So here is also proportional relationship. The question will be, use the graph at the left, well, for us below, to figure out how many pages did he read per day. Okay, so there you go. This is your graph. How many pages per day? Go. Welcome back. Hope this one was pretty easy. We have to figure out how many per day, so it's at this point right here per 1. And we can do two things. We can read from the graph, which tells you it's 20, or I can use unit rate, right, which is 40 divided by 2, that is 20. So 20 pages per hour. All right, good job. I'll see you in the second video. Bye.